What up? YouTube, it's your boy Light by the Sun. Hey, back at y'all with another video, man. Hey, please excuse about me raw right now. Something just came to mind, man. The last couple of days, I've been noticing something weird, like really weird, though. I've been going back and forth to work, so I've been noticing the birds lately. Have y'all paid attention to the birds lately? Like, a lot of the birds is like doing some funny ass shit, like.
I don't know. You guys can see what's going on. But the sky is literally filled with all these like birds. Like they're just literally flying, like just scattered. And it's crazy. This does not look normal at all. Like it's like flies in the sky. These are all birds.
Wow. Oh. 怎么个情况？
看这什么鸟儿？这刚才飞过去的那个，这掉下来的这一几个哟，都掉下来的，这个死的。谁知道这个是乌鸦，这个也活着呢。
On the way to work yesterday, or the day before, one of these days, so many birds flew out in front of the car, almost smacked them, like to the point where I had to slow down not to smack them. You know what I'm saying? But with these birds, man, look at what they doing, man. I'm telling you, something is off, bruh. Cause I don't know why this just came to my attention, but I've been paying attention to the birds, and the birds be going crazy, yo. Like flying around doing unnecessary ass shit. Like, watch the birds, man. The birds be having the inside scoop, bro. I'm telling you, when they start fucking up, and you know what I'm saying, because something with them in their brain is with like magnetism or something. That's how they know like where to go and all this other shit. Something with the magnetic field is fucked up right now. I'm telling you, I'm looking at birds flying around right now. They doing hella like stupid, unnecessary ass shit they don't usually do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if you pay attention, like watch the stuff around you. Pay attention to things that's going on around you, because that's gonna be your heads up clue to like what's going on. Right now, I'm looking at this sunset, man. This shit looks wild. It's behind the mountain, so you can't really see it. But man, I wanted to get a little quick vid out before I lost this little bit of light. But yeah, pay attention to the birds, man, and all the crazy shit that's going on with these birds and animals. And once they start acting weird and shit, man, you already know something is changing. The environment is changing, or something around has changed to the point where they're acting different. You know what I'm saying? Animals don't just do that. Something has to be changing for them to start behaving differently. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, something is coming up the alley right now. I feel it coming, man. They not telling us what's really going on. I know y'all been hearing about all this comment talk now. Now they like really amping it up. But around this time of year, it's always a lot of comments and meteors and everything. You know what I'm saying? I was born around this time, so like every year I notice the same stuff. But like during this time of year, it's always like a lot of comments and meteor showers and type of shit like that, because it's spring. You know what I'm saying? Getting clear sky and everything. But right now they done sprayed the shit out of the sky the last couple of days, and people were starting to see stuff in the sky for like this week. And I noticed when I was heading to work, they was chemtrailing the shit out of the sky. Like the Bay Area, I had to travel to the Bay Area just to, that's where my job is located. But I would travel to the Bay Area and I would just count how many chemtrail planes I would see. And the beginning of the week, man, it was one morning, man, they just was nonstop chemtrailing. Even the night before when I came outside to look, they were chemtrailing at night too. So when I see that, I know that something is going to pop up in the sky that they don't want you to see. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, it was some shit where people were seeing like flashes in the sky and lights, and they were trying to say it was a military mission, saying it was balloons. any and everything to cover up what's really going on when they know that shit ain't true, man. But it's a lot of activity going on in the sky right now, man. It's something is coming, bro. This all is a cover up. I guarantee you, it's a cover up of what's coming. They trying to stop people from figuring out what it is, man. That's what all this social distancing and they already listening to your conversations and what you talking about on the phone. They've been doing that shit for the longest. But now, they don't want you to, you gotta stay, you gotta social distance. Like, this is stopping people from communicating the way they should be. And you know, they giving you this outlet with the phone and the internet, but that could be monitored. It can be stopped. It can be infiltrated. You know what I'm saying? But person to person, word of mouth, they trying to stop that. That's what social distancing is for. Because people gonna put two and two together, and all it's gonna take is a few minds, and they gonna put it together, and they gonna figure out what's going on eventually. Well, they should be, but a lot of people are very asleep right now, and people don't realize that. They see that people are waking up so fast. Just think, in the past 10 years, the rate of people waking up has gone up. Every year, you see more and more people waking up to truth and to knowledge of what's going on. All right? They know they can't control that. They can't control that part. But they can control the people that are asleep. So what they're doing is they're putting the people that sleep even deeper into a sleep. All right? They're telling you no social distancing. They're telling you to stay in your house. They're telling you you got to wear a mask to go outside. They're telling you all this stuff. And you're listening to it and you're complying, and they're putting you further and further in sleep. They got you sitting at home playing video games. They got you sitting at home watching Netflix and all this other bullshit on TV. Y'all watching the same commercials. Everything is a program. They're programming you for something new. They're programming you for a new world. Alright? This is a new world that's coming if you don't realize it. Alright, break it down. The schools. You think that when school opened up, it's going to be the same thing now? No. They have no need for teaching the things they've been teaching. It's time for something new. And they know that. And they know with this coming comes a change. There's a change happening. Alright? With everything you can think of. Everything on every level beforehand. Before this coronavirus. Everything is going to change. It's not going to be the same no more. They've already hit the reset button. And with hitting this reset button, they can change and manipulate and create a world that they want to happen. Okay? But it's up to us to stop this thing in its tracks and create the world that we know that it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. They creating something new. And all they doing is conditioning you for it. They telling you to do something, and you do it. They telling you gotta do this, and you do it. Pretty soon, you ain't gonna have no say in anything. All right? Because you're complying with everything they're telling you to do. So, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta revolt and rebel and do all this and that, but you just gotta look at the situation for what it is, man. The longer you sit in quarantine and sit in your house and do all this stuff, the more conditioning and the more compliant you are going to become with whatever they tell you to do. Straight up. And I already told y'all that you just gave them your banking information. You just gave them your banking information. So now they got the power to cut off. They got the power to cut your water off, man. You know what I'm saying? Willie, you gave it to them. They didn't have to go find it. You gave it to them. So, just expect something new to come, man. Y'all see what Trump doing. Trump going to get some grain. If you haven't seen, man, I predicted this. I told y'all this. Trump is going to start acting crazy because the power is delegated to the governors. He is not so much in the power seat no more. And he doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Even on his own panel with Fauci, they're putting Fauci above him as Fauci answers the questions more intelligently than Donald Trump, and they would rather hear it from the doctor than to hear it from Trump. And Trump don't like that. He don't like that shit. I'm sure he be checking the shit out of Fauci and behind cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, because he's still in his life and he don't like that shit.
The President of the United States calls the shots. If we weren't here for the states, you would have had a problem in this country like you've never seen before.
You said when someone is President of the United States, their authority is total. That is not true. Who
Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to write up papers on this. It's not going to be necessary because the governors need us one way or the other, because ultimately it comes with the federal government. That being said, we're getting along very well with the governors, and I feel very certain that there won't be a problem. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Has any governor agreed that you have the authority to decide when their state
I haven't
opens
asked
back up?
anybody because
But
I
no
don't.
one
You know why? Because I don't have to. Go ahead, please.
But who told you the president has the total authority?
Enough.
Just to clarify your understanding of your authority vis-a-vis governors, just to be very specific. For instance, if a governor issued a stay-at-home
When you
order,
say my authority, the president's authority, not mine, because it's not me. This is when somebody's the president of the United States, the authority is total. And that's the way it's got to be.
your authority is
It's total. It's total.
Your authority
And the
is
governors
total.
know that.
So if a
The governors know
if a
that. Now, you have a
governor
couple of
issued a
bands of excuse me. You have a couple.
Could you rescind that order?
You have a couple of bands of Democrat governors, but they will agree to it. They will agree to it. But the authority of the President of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total. Look.
From the standpoint of the Constitution,
Yes, constitutionally.
you thought it should be up to the governors.
Constitutionally. You can look at constitutionally, you can look at federalism, you can look at it any different way. John, the fact that I don't want to exert my power is much different. We have the power. Does the federal government have the power? The federal government has absolute power. It has the power. As to whether or not I'll use that power, will.
Boy, if you don't.
But Trump is something different about Trump. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Trump is they put this dude in power, and Trump, it's going to be hard to disarm the power from Trump. If Trump don't make it to president, which I don't think we're going to have another presidency on time like we should, and you know, what, 200 more days? I think it's going to be an extension, because however long they have these FEMA or UN or whoever in power, or the governors are delegating, as long as that's going on, then they're not going to have no presidential election. They don't have to have one. The governors are pretty much presidents. Okay? Well, with that said, man, I done jumped so far around. But pay attention to the birds, man. I'm losing my light, so I'm going to have to cut this video short, all right? Man, you got that check, man. Don't spend it all in one place. Or if you do, spend it all on things you need, all right? It's a Light by the Sun. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you on the next one, all right? Peace.